Okay, hello my friends and welcome back to Move with Jasmine. For those of you that I haven't had the opportunity to connect with yet, my name is Jasmine Musa and today I'm going to be taking you through a strengthening Hatha yoga practice to really help you improve resilience both on and off the mat. So there will be moments during today's practice where we'll be holding poses for maybe a little bit longer than you'd like or feels comfortable, but I promise you it'll leave you with a newfound strength for the rest of your day. Okay, we're going to begin today's class at the tops of our mats, finding a forward fold position. Crossing the arms to let the head hang heavy, and feeling all four corners of the feet firmly rooted into the mat. You can find a bend in the knees, whatever amount you need to really let the head and the neck relax. Maybe you shake the head yes, shake the head no to release any tension. Good. On the next exhale, drop the hands down and slowly, like a ragdoll, roll up just one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck come up last. Inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, take prayer hands through to heart center. Release the arms by the sides, mountain pose, palms are facing forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, big sweeping motion, gaze will come up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back, and then the left, finding your high plank position. Lowering down the knees for support if you need it, and then surrendering the body down as you keep the elbows glued to the side body. Inhale, baby cobra, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, light on the hands. And on the exhale, we meet in our first downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to pedal out the heels one at a time, giving the backs of the legs a stretch. And then find stillness in your down dog, trying to take the heels down lower and the hips up even higher. Low belly is engaged. Tailbone is trying to drive up as you shine the sit bones towards the ceiling. Good. On the next inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. And then step the right foot through in between the palms. Come down on that back knee. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Good. On the exhale, surrender the shoulders, soften them just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. And exhale, soften through the shoulders. Staying active in the legs, even if you're flexible here. Good. On the next exhale, drop the arms down. Lengthen out that front leg. Flex through the right foot and try and bring the chest down towards that right knee. Spine is nice and long. Hamstring stretch. 2 more breaths here. Really trying to bring the chest towards the leg. Good. On the next inhale, slowly come forward, planting the hands to frame that front right foot. Lift the back knee up and then inhale, reach the right arm high to the sky. Once again, holding here. Back leg is straight and strong for your easy twist, and you're creating one straight line all the way from that base left hand to the right fingertips. Good. On the exhale, soften the right hand down and then step the right foot back, finding your downward facing dog. Option to move through a flow here. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down, dropping the knees for your support, supported chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. And then step it through in between the palms. Once again, dropping the back knee down on the inhale, reach the arms up. I almost fell there. On the exhale, soften through the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen through the arms. And exhale, soften through the shoulders. Good. Taking a couple of conscious breaths here with the legs engaged and the arms strong and straight by the ears. Good. On the next exhale, soften the hands towards the mat and then lengthen out through the left leg, flex through the left foot, bringing the chest in towards that left knee. Spine is long, leading with the chest. We're here for 2 more breaths. Good. On the next inhale, plant the palms to frame that left foot, and then lift the right leg up, lengthening through that knee, and then reach the left fingertips towards the ceiling for your easy twist. Back leg is straight and strong, arms are in one straight line, really open and proud through the chest. You can take the gaze towards the ceiling if it's okay for the neck. Last breath. Good. On the exhale, soften the left hand down, step the left foot back, find your downward facing dog. Option once again to move through flow. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down, maybe using the knees for support. Inhale, little baby cobra or maybe up dog. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. 2 big nourishing breaths here. Allow the shoulders to sink deeper, heels to sink towards the mat. And then on the next inhale, bend through the knees, gaze towards the hands, and take some steps towards the top of your mat. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, rooting to rise. Gaze towards the ceiling, upward salute. And exhale, prayer hands come through to heart center, and then release by the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, surrender down. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back, and then the right. Good. Lower down for your chaturanga, using the knees if you like. And then inhale to the heart opener of your choice. On the exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. And then step it through in between the palms. Take the hands to trace that back leg. Gazes towards the big toe or high up on the toes of the left foot. Core is engaged, pulling the inner thighs together. Shoulders are away from the ears. Two more breaths. Good. On the next inhale, float the arms up for your high runner's lunge. Two more breaths. Arms are straight and strong by the ears. That back leg is engaged and straight. Good. On the exhale, soften the hands down. Step the right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. On the inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. And then step it through in between the palms. Take the hands to trace that back leg. Low runner's lunge. You've got it. Feeling the heat starting to build in the body. It's all good. Practicing strength and resilience. Good. On the next inhale, float the arms up. And on the exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Back leg is straight and strong, bending generously through that front left knee. And imagining you're tucking the tailbone under here so the core is engaged. Can you take any drama out of it? Good. On the exhale, soften all the way down. Step the left foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, we'll meet in your down dog. 2 big breaths here. Good. On the next inhale, bend through the knees, gaze towards a hand step, or maybe you hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, rooting to rise. And on the exhale, bring prayer hands through to your heart center. Release the arms by the sides, mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up, big sweeping motion. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the palms, step, or maybe you hop back, moving through a flow. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. And then step the right foot through in between the palms. Once again, on the inhale, take the arms to trace that back leg. Low belly is engaged, shoulders away from the ears. Strong in the arms all the way to the fingertips. 2 breaths. Good. On the inhale, float the arms up. Hips are squared forwards, high runner's lunge. 2 more breaths. Good. Take prayer hands to heart center. Lean the body forward. And then once you find a place of balance, step the left foot to meet the right. Good. We're in our chair pose. Listen carefully. We'll take the gaze over towards the left, connecting right elbow with left knee. Weight is in the heels, tailbone is tucked under, chest is tall, proud, and open as you pull the prayer hands in towards the heart center. We're here for 3 breaths. Good. On the inhale, come back through to center. Reach the arms up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or hop back, moving through a flow. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. And then step it through in between the palms. Take the hands to trace that back leg. You've got it. Creating one straight line all the way from the crown of the head to that back heel. On the inhale, float the arms up, high runner's lunge. You've got it. Little wobbles are welcome. It's all good. We're here for 3 more breaths. Good. Take prayer hands through to heart center. Lean the body forward. Once you find a stable place with the core engaged, step the back foot forward. Find your chair pose. Good. Take the gaze to the right, left elbow to right knee. You've got it. Tailbone tucked under, weight is in the heels. You can check that by wiggling the toes. Check in with yourself. Are you pulling the prayer hands in towards heart center? Are you sitting nice and low? Is the tailbone tucked under? 1 more breath. Good. On the inhale, come back through to center. Reach the arms up by the ears. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, listen carefully. Surrender into a forward fold. Crossing the arms, letting the head hang heavy. And breathing fresh energy into the upper back. Playing around with where the weight is landing. Can you lean slightly forward? Bringing the weight into the toes. Can you lean slightly back, bringing the weight into the heels? Can you lean slightly into that right foot, bringing the weight towards the right edge of the foot? And then can you send the weight into the left foot? Good. Find stillness in center, balancing the weight between all four corners of the feet. And then on the exhale, drop the arms down. And on the inhale, tucking the tailbone under, roll up one vertebrae at a time until you arrive in your upward salute. On the exhale, take prayer hands through to heart center. And then release the arms by the sides. Heel toe the feet apart. Heels are facing in. Toes are facing out. Your legs are a little bit wider than hip width distance. On the inhale, reach the arms up. Take the gaze to follow. And on the exhale, sit down, coming into your yogi squat. Prayer hands are at heart center, using the elbows to drive the knees open. Chest is tall, proud, and open. Imagining a string pulling you from the crown of the head to sit up nice and tall. You're welcome to stay here still and steady or add a gentle sway from side to side, opening up the hips a little bit more. Good. Find stillness in center. And then take the hands behind you, engaging the glutes for stability, and come into a seated position in the middle of your mat. On the next inhale, take the arms out, palms are facing up, and lean back, taking the shins to face towards the ceiling for your boat pose. Palms are facing up, gesture of openness, tailbone is tucked under, core is engaged. You can tilt that chin slightly up to change the effect of the pose just a little bit, maybe engaging the core a little bit more. Flex through the feet. Imagine you're squeezing the legs together. You have a piece of paper between the knees. And we're here for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish with low boat. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Surrender all the way down. Cactus the arms, bend through the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and just gently windshield wiper the legs from left to right. Big belly breaths here. Good. On the next inhale, find stillness with the knees in center. Tuck the tailbone under and hug the knees in towards the chest. Begin swaying gently from side to side, giving the low back a massage here. And then find stillness in center and begin rocking along the length of your spine. Arrive in a seated cross-legged position on your mat. On the inhale, reach the arms up, take the gaze to follow. And on the exhale, fold forward, hinging through the hips, walking the fingertips out as far as you can in front of you for a forward fold in a cross-legged position. Sending the breath into the upper back. We're here for 2 more breaths. See if you can walk the fingertips out a little bit further now that the body is even more comfortable. Good. On the next inhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time like a rag doll. Inhale, reach the arms up to reset. And on the exhale, fold forward over top of the right leg, walking the fingertips out as far as you can in front of you. You may feel the temptation to have that left glute lift off the ground, but do your very best to keep it planted and make a mindful effort to send the breath into the left ribs, the left intercostal muscles. Here for 2 more big breaths. Good. On the next inhale, slowly come back through to center. Reach the arms up. And on the exhale, take it to the opposite side. I don't know if my mic is picking it up, but it's actually raining quite heavily where I am right now. Locking the fingertips out a little bit further. Really melting towards the mat, towards the earth as you send the breath into the right side body. Good. On the next inhale, slowly come back through to center. Reach the arms up. And on the exhale, take the hands on the lap and begin stirring the upper body in big circles. Doesn't matter what direction you start in, we will be rotating, but the important thing here is that you are leaning as far forward to the sides and back as you can to create really full, nourishing, complete circles. See if you can synchronize the breath with the movement, inhaling for the top half of your circle and then exhaling for the bottom half. On the next inhale, we'll meet at the very top of the circle and then take it in the opposite direction. Gradually begin to make your circles a little bit smaller until you finally arrive in a very tall, seated, cross-legged position at the top. Taking the palms to face up, closing the eyes if you haven't already, we'll take the thumb and the index finger to touch. Imagine a string pulling you from the crown of the head, encouraging you to sit up taller, really finding a meditative posture here. Shoulders are away from the ears, jaw is soft, belly is relaxed, really just allowing the breath to flow fluidly. And taking a moment here to feel the effects of today's practice and how they are resonating in your body. Really encouraging you to take these moments here to close off our class today in a mindful position. And as we do this, I'm going to share with you a parable that I recently found in a book that I was reading. So the parable comes from Buddhism, and it's called The Parable of the Mustard Seed. Okay, so this famous Buddhist parable is about a woman named Kisa Gotami. She lived during the time of Buddha's life when he had already achieved nirvana and was traveling to impart his teachings upon others. Kisa Gotami married young and gave birth to a son. She absolutely adored her son. But one day, her son became sick and died soon after. Kisa Gotami was so grief-stricken that she refused to believe that her son was dead. She carried the body of her son around her village, pleading for someone to bring him back to life. The villagers shook their heads and tried to tell her there was nothing that could be done. She needed to accept his death and make arrangements for the funeral. She fell upon her knees in hysterics, holding her son's dead body. A village elder took pity on her and suggested to her that she consult in the Buddha. Kisa Gotami, I'm so sorry, but we cannot help you. You could go to the Buddha, maybe he can bring your son back to life. Kisa Gotami was extremely excited upon hearing the elder's words. She immediately went to the Buddha's residence, paid homage, and asked, "Can you make a medicine that will restore my child?" "I know of such medicine," the Buddha replied, "but in order to make it, I must have certain ingredients." Relieved, the woman asked, "What ingredients do you require?" "Bring me a handful of mustard seeds." The woman was thrilled. Just as she turned to run out the door, Buddha added, "I required the mustard seed to be taken from a household where no child, spouse, parent, sibling, or servant has died." Having great faith in the Buddha's promise, Kisa Gotami ran from house to house, trying to find mustard seeds. At each house she visited, the people agreed to give her the seed. But when she asked them if anyone had died in that household, they nodded. In one house, a daughter, another, a husband, a sister, a servant. No matter where she went, death was part of everyone's life. Kisa Gotami was not going to find a house free from the suffering of death. She let her son go, finally burying his lifeless body. She then returned to the Buddha with her hands empty. Buddha said, "You thought that you alone had lost a child, but the law of death is that among all living creatures, there is no permanence." Why did I share that story? Baked into that story is two really profound messages from my perspective. The first is the fact that life by nature is transitory. We are all impermanent. And it's the shortness of life that makes it so special and so profound. Life isn't short. It's perfectly designed to be exactly the duration that your soul needs in this lifetime. The second profound message that I see in this parable is the fact that suffering is a collective experience. No matter what it is that's causing you suffering in your life right now, you're not alone. Whether it's stress at work, there's people who've been there. Whether it's stress with family, there's people who've been there. Whether it's uncertainty with a career path, people have been there. Every form of suffering has been experienced by more than just you. And there's a lot of danger in self-absorption. So be sure to open your perspective and open your eyes to see that you are not alone, and I hope that you take comfort in that as well. As we finish off today's class in our seated cross-legged positions, take a moment right now to bring to your mind's eye something that has been causing you suffering. Maybe it's a person that has been really challenging in your life. Maybe it's a situation that you don't know what to do. Whatever it is, allow that thought of suffering to come into your mind's eye. And now, expand this perspective of suffering to include more than just your situation. See your suffering as something that's more collective. See it as something that other people have been dealing with. And then use these next few breaths to breathe in some fresh energy with each inhale. And breathe out any tension from that suffering with each exhale. Inhale, breathing in fresh energy. Exhale, releasing any self-absorption with your suffering. Keep moving through these cleansing breaths at your own pace. Good. Finding stillness in the breath, just allowing it to flow naturally. And then on the inhale, keeping the eyes closed, if you can, reach the arms up, nice and long overhead. Big good morning stretch. And on the exhale, take prayer hands to the forehead for pure thoughts, prayer hands to the mouth, pure speech, and prayer hands to the heart center, pure intentions. You can bow your head in appreciation for your body, for showing up today, for practicing. And then on the inhale, take the head back through to center, keep the eyes closed, rub the palms together to create some heat, to create some energy. And then once you feel the warmth between your palms, place warm palms over top of closed eyes. Feel into the darkness just for a few moments. And then slowly begin to flutter the eyes open behind the palms. And peel the palms away from the face to arrive back into this space and back into this moment. With that, my friends, we're at the end of our time together today. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope that it was exactly what you needed. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you have feedback on this practice or if there's anything else you'd love to see me doing. I always love to hear from you. Take care. Have an amazing day.